Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas, and we welcome you to the Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles, California for tonight's main event. 12 rounds of heavyweights between these two great warriors. He's on his way to the ring. Boy, he looks confident. We've seen it many times with him through the years, but tonight he's bubbling with confidence. Bad Intentions is coming down to the ring now, and what a nice reception as he is completely focused in on his goal tonight.
Guys, you went over the rules in the dressing room. Let's have a nice clean fight. Right, touch gloves, let's box.
Round number one is now underway. All the talk is done. It is simply time to fight.
You know, just because you look the role doesn't mean you can play the role. And in a matchup like this, we know one guy has a lot of strength. You can just see the muscularity. One guy doesn't. But this sport has taught us time and time again, sometimes that doesn't matter at all.
Like the great Sugar Ray Robinson, a lot of people think the greatest fighter of all time, pound for pound. He used to say that boxing is like geometry. It's about angles, keeping somebody off balance. Not who's stronger, but who can use those assets, or who can keep the other guy from using them.
And that's what fighters do. Pulls the trigger right away after taking one. See, he's got his guard up really well that time, and it protects his head. Able to counter that attack. There's a taste of the sweet science. You see the skill he has in counter punching.
And you know what he's doing is taking his opponent's jab away.
Teddy, early on in a fight, I will often turn to you and ask you what's the one thing we should look for out of this fighter. But in his case, I think it's pretty obvious, right? It's the jab.
Yeah, more importantly, it's obvious to him. He understands that. You know, he understands he's not real strong in other areas. So he understands he has to be really good in this area.
Teddy, why is it in boxing that there are so many distinct styles that are defined by geography or culture or ethnicity, where we have a Mexican-styled fighter, an Eastern European, upright fighter, an American-styled fighter? Why is that?
Because you are influenced by your surroundings, by the temperament of the people in your surroundings. Aggressive people, aggressive style. Very thoughtful people, people that are very cerebral, well, you're going to have a defensive style. You're going to have a very careful style. It's going to fit right in.
Nice block by Buster. Final 10 seconds of round number one. Very clever move there. A little defense turns to offense. The counter punch by Bad Intentions.
Don't stand toe-to-toe with this guy. Keep your distance, all right?
Here we go. Round two is underway. Super three-punch combination by Buster. Good defense upstairs to stay away from that offensive assault. And now a whole new set of problems to deal with. You can see swelling around his eye. comes back with the counterpunch.
And that's exactly what he brings to the game. He makes you miss, he makes you pay, and he makes you think twice about throwing a punch later on.
A nice block by Bad Intentions. He scored well after being hit himself. Good looking counterpunch. Nice block by Buster. Very nice job landing that counter punch, getting away from one that was coming at him. Able to cover up along the belt line, blocks that one. Last 10 seconds.
In and out, in and out, in and out. Let's move.
Coming to the end of this round. Joe and Teddy with you ringside. Teddy, a round like that where it's a lot of busy activity and both guys being busy. When you were a trainer, are those the kind of rounds that you prefer, or do you like the pace to be a little slower? Does it depend on each guy?
No, if I have a fight, I'd rather have a guy fighting a guy that you never see him. Leave me the heck alone. And where I'm in control all the time. But the fans love to see a fight like that.
Good block by Buster. Good defensive skill with the block by Buster. Covers up nicely, gets rid of his opponent's body shot. Coming to the halfway point of this third round. Way to block there. Sharp counter punch by Buster. Good looking right hand after he got hit. Tucks those elbows in, blocks the body shot. gets rid of that body shot. 10 clicks of the talk.
Use the jab.
As we come to the end of the round, Joe and Teddy with you ringside. Teddy, that's one of those rounds where I wonder what were the judges looking for, because it's tough to kind of draw a line between those two fighters.
Yeah, very close, but one of those rounds where you could steal it. You did a little bit more in those last 30, 20 seconds. Maybe that's the impression the judges are left with.
See, the defense pays off as he gets rid of that downstairs. Oh, he took some damage, but he gave some back with the right hand. Good block by Bad Intentions. We can see some swelling now around his eye. 90 seconds to go in round number 4. Targeted counterpunch by Buster. Good looking counterpunch. He took a shot, but he came back with a right hand of his own. Able to get rid of that one. And that's what fighters do. Pulls the trigger right away after taking one.
Keep working the jab.
Just 10 seconds to go in this round. A little head hunting right back to it. And this round comes to an end. It is a round that was highly entertaining. These guys really put forth quite an effort.
Well, they both have high engines. They have motors that never stop going.
Tucks those elbows in, blocks the body shot. Some fine fundamentals, good counterpunch.
Nice mousetrap there. He let him in beautifully. He didn't use cheese. He used distance.
Distance, such a key factor always, Teddy, when it comes to defense. With his good foot movement, he's been keeping that distance. His opponent, how does he close that gap properly?
Well, first of all, he's got to use his jab to close it because he's getting picked off coming in. He's getting pot shotted. So he's got to have something coming at his opponent that keeps him distracted. Use that jab. Now, don't use it conventionally, Joe. You're jabbing at the head, you're not finding nothing. You're just finding space. So jab a little lower. Drop the sights a little bit. Jab at his chest. Just so you touch something, and then you can work your way in. You can start to find them a little.
Teddy, what would you recommend based on what we're seeing here tonight?
Well, 2 aspirin and then go, oh no, actually I would say a little counterpunching would be just what the doctor ordered.
That's a better prescription for him. halfway into round number 5 here. And you see he turned defense into offense, comes back with the counterpunch.
And that's exactly what he brings to the game. He makes you miss, he makes you pay. And he makes you think twice about throwing a punch later on.
What guts it takes, what commitment it takes to keep up with this kind of a pace. The action's been nonstop.
Now, the one thing I can tell you is this is where you don't worry about pace. You don't think about pace. Otherwise, you could not be doing what these guys are doing. They're just going round to round.
Nice 2-punch combo by Bad Intentions. Gets rid of that body shot.
Stay away from the inside. Hands up.
Oh, he is stunned. He could go down.
Come on, work it out.
Another round underway, but how many more will we see? You get the sense this fight could be heading towards a stoppage.
You're still not moving enough. Move.
Good defensive skill. Well, earlier you saw what happened to him. He was stunned. He got tagged in this fight. He got hit hard. Now you're seeing the kind of mentality that's going to try to avoid that happening again. But, Teddy, it's not necessarily the kind of mentality that's going to win you a fight.
No, if you're in the corner with him, you know what you tell him, Joe? You tell him, look, you're being tested now. I understand you've been hurt. I understand you're looking to survive right now. But you're being tested for the first time in your life. Do you want to be a champion? Do you want to be special? Special people find a way to get out of this and still offensively go forward.
Yeah, he's got to answer those questions. Oh, good exchange there. Nice block by Buster. Halfway through what is one of the best rounds you'll ever see. Just great action.
No, it's unbelievable. I mean, if you love roller coasters, you go to an amusement park. If you want to see left hooks, right hands, every direction, great chins, great endurance, great heart, you come to this fight. You stay right here.
Robles, relax.
Double jab upstairs.
Robles with the body kick. Don't stay in one circle.
Good job staying away from the danger there.
You're not focusing.
Devastating blow by Bad Intentions. Now he's putting his punches together, the combination upstairs. 10 seconds to go in this round. So they close out that round. Joe and Teddy with you ringside. Teddy, I know you watch very closely how these trainers go about their business. You were under the tutelage of one of the true legends of the game, the great Customato.
Yeah, I mean, I was fortunate, quite honestly. Those opportunities, situations probably don't exist anymore because we've lost a lot of those, you know, really great trainers and managers that boxing was their whole life. I spent 7 years with Customato, and they learned the nuts and bolts from a physical, technical point of view of what's important to give to a fighter, but the psychological part, to understand the pressures that a fighter is under, the fears that a fighter deals with. And if you don't understand that, all the other things don't mean anything, because you have to understand how a fighter is feeling to understand why he's behaving or not behaving a certain way.
The tactical game paying off. You can see the counter punch.
Yeah, you see the counter punch, but you know what I see? I see a little tentativeness now in him because he's afraid to let anything go, because when he misses, bang, it gets caught.
Well, maybe one of the most impressive characteristics and traits in all of boxing, and we're seeing it on display here. He has an iron chin. And a good counter by Buster. Return to sender with the left hand. At the halfway point of round 7. Great fight. I mean, just a great fight. Both guys giving their all back and forth.
It doesn't get much better.
Oh, very nice. Smart counterpunch there.
Yeah, that's beautiful. You make the guy miss, you make him pay.
And now they're opening up. Both right hands land. Able to show you his blocking ability. Committing to the combo now. Both land. Nice block by Bad Intentions. Blocks away that headshot. 10 seconds to go in the 7th. Targeted counter punch by Buster. Round comes to an end here. An enjoyable night sitting ringside. Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas. A lot better than our day we spent at the horse track the other day, where we couldn't get any winners, at least I couldn't. But we were talking about the fact that so many parallels to be made between boxing and life boxing and all these other sports we enjoy, like horse racing, of being well-conditioned and working your way up to this one singular moment.
Yeah, well, the trainer obviously has to get the athlete. In this case, the athlete happens to be over 1,000 pounds, and that's a horse. You know, at peak condition, he has to look at a calendar just like a trainer does with a fighter, know when the race is, know when the fight is, and not get used up out on the track, or used up, of course, in the gym.
Good job by drawing in his opponent and then landing the counterpunch by Buster. Good 1-2 by Buster. Keeps his hands up defensively, protecting the head. Well-targeted counterpunch by Buster. a good counter punch by Buster.
Boy, you gotta love being his opponent, right? You come into a fight like this tonight, you're so worried about getting off your punches, landing accurate punches. Well, here it is. Not gonna move the head at all. Come and get it.
No, you just have to worry about you don't hurt your hands. You better hope that you wrap them real good because you're banging that nugget all night long.
Come on, get focused. Move your feet.
Good counter punch.
Use your feet.
What a fight. He goes down. Oh, he may be close here. Can he survive the round? So he is able to get up to his feet after that knockdown. But Teddy, it's what's ahead that's the problem.
Yeah, we're getting a peek right now into his heart, into his soul.
10 seconds remaining in this round. A headshot blocked. And as this round comes to an end, Teddy, you just get the sense that at any point this fight could come to an end because it is being fought with bad intentions.
Yes, these guys are not behaving like guys that are coming here thinking about going to the scorecards. They're letting everything go in every punch.
There's no need to fight his style. You're not going to win that way. You just focus on the fight. We'll take care of this, Felix. Get on that. Get on that.
He's got to find a way to get through the early goings here of this round. Remember last round, he went down. He was on the canvas.
Now, look, he wants to tie his opponent up. That's the best way to get through it right now. But what he doesn't want to do, Joe, is to reach in there, reach out to grab his guy, and then he leaves himself open. He's got to make sure that his opponent's close enough where he goes to grab him, he's not exposing himself to get dropped again.
Keep your hands up. Keep working the body.
Tucks those elbows in, blocks the body shot. Bad intentions is clearly affected by what happened earlier. Teddy, I don't think there's any doubt he's scared to throw punches now.
No, he reminds me of my mailman. The mailman used to come and deliver the mail all the time. He got bit by the dog that one day. Guess what? I didn't see him for a couple days. We haven't seen him for a while.
Good block.
In and out, in and out, in and out. Let's move.
He tried to nab him up top, but was unable to connect.
Well, we've seen the complete opposite, Teddy. We've seen fighters that when they've been knocked down, they become desperate or they completely close the door and get overly cautious. This fighter's fighting the same way he's ever fought.
Yeah, and that's either going to be a good or a bad thing. That's the confidence that he's going to get it right, that he understands himself, that he's not going away from his game, from his fight, or he's going to pay an awful penalty for it because his opponent is going to pick up on that predictability and he's going to keep banging him with the same reason.
Oh, very nice. Smart counterpunch there.
Yeah, that's beautiful. You make the guy miss, you make him pay.
Bad intentions, his strategy coming in was to land a lot of jabs. Teddy, you got to grade him out with an A here.
Maybe even an A+, Joe. That plus is the right hand. Once the jab has been there, bang, the right hand came just when it was supposed to. Give him an A+.
He has to be better defensively, Teddy. You can see the damage that his eye has taken. The swelling's getting really bad. How does he do that? How does he shore up that defense?
Well, first of all, he's got to stop moving that head. He's standing too straight up. If he gets a little head movement, a lot of those punches that are landing, they'll start going over the shoulder.
Standing straight up. Move that body. You need to move that body more. Let's get on that sweater. Get the compress on that.
They are back to action here, but that action has only favored one man. Completely one-sided. Hard to see the scorecards coming into play here with how dominating he's been. Two snapping jabs by Bad Intentions. Needs to improve that accuracy, missed with the headshots. Well, we told you it could be this kind of fight, and as advertised thus far. Nice block by Buster. Very nice job landing that counter punch, getting away from one that was coming at him. Able to land, good shot again. Good block there by Bad Intentions. Good exchange. He fires back. This is why we love the sport, Teddy. I mean, this is just back and forth action nonstop.
Well, Joe, when special effects have happened in history, you remember where you are. Right now, I'm going to remember where I was during this fight. I'm watching a special epic right in front of me.
Glad to be here doing it, too. What a war this is. Oh, he took some damage, but he gave some back with the right hand. He's bleeding from the side of his face there. Good block there by Bad Intentions. Pulls the trigger right away with the left hand after getting tagged himself. He comes back with the left hand again. Good defensive skill. Come to the end of the round. A round that I'm having a tough time trying to think about who won. I can only imagine what the judges are thinking about. Teddy, if there's one thing you look for in a round like that and say, okay, I'm going to give it to this guy over this guy, what is it?
Well, the first thing is, if I'm a judge, I take a little notepad and I make a little mark down, blue or red corner, what he did early. Because sometimes a judge has a tendency to forget what was done early and only go with what went late.
Good defense upstairs to stay away from that offensive assault. Parries that punch intended for the head. Good exchange. He fires back. Covers up nicely, gets rid of his opponent's body shot. A nice, crisp hook after a fine defensive effort. And a smart counterpunch by Buster. Well, here's the way we see it. He's down on the scorecards, has to have the knockout to win it.
Yeah, and he has to understand that. You know, the main thing is he hasn't given in. You know, he's still there trying, but he's in a desperate place. So what he has to do now is look for one spot. He remembers maybe something he saw early in the night where the guy pulls out his hand down a little bit and maybe he can time him stepping out.
It's been 2 minutes of non-stop action. Now the final minute has arrived. Halfway through what is one of the best rounds you'll ever see. Just great action.
No, it's unbelievable. I mean, if you love roller coasters, you go to an amusement park. If you want to see left hooks, right hands, every direction, great chins, great endurance, great heart, you come to this fight. You stay right here.
Looking right hand after he got hit. Good block by Bad Intentions. End of the round is upon us. And if the next round holds up like that, we're going to be in for a real treat.
No, we will be, because both these guys have the philosophy that their best defense is their offense.
Lands the counter. He's in a tough spot. There's no way around it. The eye is swelling so badly that we could see an end to this fight.
Yes, it is, but it's not an impossible spot. It's not a spot where fighters before him have not been in and have not survived and even won it. You look at Colin Basilio when he fought the late, great Sugar Ray Robinson. You know, his eyes were closed. He found a way to win.
Keeps his hands up defensively, protecting the head. Gets rid of that. It was intended for his head. Comes right back at him with a left hand. Good defensive skill with the block by Buster. Nice block by Buster. defense just covering up down low. Last round of an entertaining fight. Now, for the judges' scores, let's send it up to the ring announcer. Bad Intentions is your winner by unanimous decision. All 3 judges giving it to him.
I didn't agree with the judges completely, but they got the right guy winning.
It was a good one indeed. And for Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. Thanks for being with us. We'll see you next time at the fights.